For nearly 2 decades, K-pop has largely followed a familiar formula. Entertainment companies create polished idols, while audiences consume meticulously crafted final products. But CORTIS, Big Hit Music's newest boy group, is proving that the next generation of idols no longer wants to simply perform on stage, they want to build the stage themselves. Less than 10 months after debuting, CORTIS has captured the industry's attention as its debut album Color Outside the Lines surpassed 600 million streams on Spotify, becoming one of the fastest-growing debut albums by a K-pop boy group in the past 5 years. More than just an impressive commercial milestone, the achievement reflects a fundamental shift in how younger audiences choose their idols. From BTS's junior group to a name the industry can't ignore, CORTIS officially debuted on August 18, 2025, under Big Hit Music with 5 members: Martin, James, Joohoon, Seongin, and Jeonho. As the first major boy group launched by the company that produced BTS, CORTIS immediately attracted enormous public attention. However, that prestigious background also brought unprecedented pressure. Every move the group made was inevitably compared with BTS, from their music and performances to their long-term global potential. When they first debuted, many expected CORTIS to follow the successful blueprint that had worked so well for Big Hit in the past. Instead, they chose a completely different path. Even the title Color Outside the Lines delivered a clear message: break boundaries, reject conventional rules, and embrace limitless creativity. Their debut single What You Want, infused with rock and psychedelic influences, stood apart from the EDM and hip-hop-driven debuts commonly seen in K-pop. Rather than presenting themselves as perfectly manufactured idols, CORTIS introduced themselves as artists determined to participate directly in every stage of music creation. Green Green, the breakthrough that turned CORTIS into a global phenomenon. If Color Outside the Lines served as the group's introduction, Green Green became the defining moment that elevated CORTIS into one of the most promising K-pop acts of the new generation. Released in May 2026, the mini-album sold 2 million copies in just 4 days, an extraordinary feat for a group that had not yet celebrated its first anniversary. Its success extended far beyond South Korea. Green Green climbed to number 3 on the Billboard 200, significantly improving upon the number 15 peak achieved by their debut album. This wasn't simply a higher chart position. It was clear evidence that CORTIS had begun stepping out of BTS's shadow. Rather than relying on the reputation of their label, they were establishing their own fanbase and winning international audiences through a unique artistic identity. Their momentum continued to build. On May 31, 2026, CORTIS was named to Forbes Under 30 Asia 2026, becoming the only South Korean K-pop group included on the list, and notably, the youngest group among all honorees. Even more remarkable is the members' age. While James was born in 2005, Martin and Joohoon were born in 2008, and Seongin and Jeonho in 2009. Except for James, the remaining members were still teenagers while achieving milestones that many artists spend years pursuing. Young Creator Crew, a philosophy that is reshaping the idol industry. What truly separates CORTIS from many of today's K-pop groups is not simply that its members write songs. Many idols now participate in songwriting and music production. What makes CORTIS different is that they have transformed the creative process itself into their brand identity. The members actively contribute to songwriting, composition, music production, choreography, visual concepts, and creative content planning. For CORTIS, Young Creator Crew is far more than a marketing slogan. It defines how the group operates. Instead of allowing the company to completely shape their artistic direction, CORTIS takes an active role in defining who they are. This model perfectly reflects today's youth culture. Modern fans no longer care only about the finished product, they also want to know who created it, how it was made, and how deeply the artists themselves were involved in bringing it to life. Turning everyday life into hit songs. One of CORTIS's smartest creative strategies is transforming ordinary experiences into compelling music. While many K-pop groups build elaborate fictional universes, CORTIS chooses to tell stories that young people genuinely experience every day. Their song Acai was inspired by the members' favorite acai bowls, using the popular dish as a metaphor to emphasize the importance of inner value over outward appearance. Meanwhile, young creator crew embraces humorous lyrics, internet slang, memes, and the language of short-form content. These seemingly simple ideas make the group's music naturally compatible with platforms such as TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and Instagram Reels, where Generation Alpha, the demographic between Generation Z and Generation Alpha, spends much of its time. Rather than creating distance between idols and fans, CORTIS removes those barriers. They present themselves as peers who speak the same language, share the same interests, and experience the same emotions as their audience. Why imperfection has become their greatest strength. In an interview with Dazed, Martin once remarked that if the creative process always feels completely safe, something may actually be wrong. That statement perfectly summarizes CORTIS's artistic philosophy. They embrace experimentation. They are unafraid to be different. And they are willing to leave traces of imperfection if doing so makes their work feel more authentic. This mindset strongly resonates with Generation Alpha, a generation that increasingly values originality, individuality, and genuine emotion over flawless but impersonal perfection. Korean music critic Im Jin-mo has also praised the group's creative direction. He noted that CORTIS is involved not only in music production but also in choreography and video creation, allowing them to build a complete creative ecosystem around their artistry. According to him, the group's music naturally connects with audiences between the ages of 10 and 20, the very generation expected to shape the future of K-pop over the next decade. A journey that has only just begun. Despite being active for less than a year, CORTIS is already preparing for its first solo concert tour beginning in July 2026. In August, the group will celebrate its first anniversary by performing at Lollapalooza Chicago, where it will stand as the only K-pop boy group featured in this year's lineup. These milestones demonstrate that CORTIS is far more than another successful rookie act. They represent a new generation of idols, artists who do more than perform music, they actively create it. Their achievement of surpassing 600 million Spotify streams may only be the first major chapter of their story. More importantly, CORTIS is redefining what success in K-pop truly means. Today's most influential artists are no longer measured solely by chart positions or album sales, but by their ability to create, innovate, and inspire an entire generation through authenticity and artistic vision.